Welcome back, folks, to the Qualifier 3 guide here at the Fishing Planet Boat Series Tournament Qualifier 3. As you can see, it is uni steelheads, trophy chinooks, and unique striped bass. To be honest, you're not going to want to go after steelheads. I'll show you a good spot for them to get them out quick, but if on a good run, you're going to hope that in your bag. And honestly, on a really good run, you might not even have trophy chinook. 90% of this, you're going to be on unique striped bass. Also, this is a brand new tournament. Haven't got to practice a ton. I did practice this morning. Tried a bunch of different lures. This is what I came up with. So I don't have a problem when I say I don't have it 100% figured out. And I don't have this 100% figured out, but I feel pretty good about this one. And so for uh, the information you guys need to know off the bat, these striped bass, you'll see the spots, but I mean, technically 15 are possible, but more likely on a good run, you're going to get 8 or 9 because they're kind of finicky. You get all of a sudden you hit them really quick, or you won't get a bite for a little bit. They can be a little bit finicky. Definitely the later part of the tournament is quicker. Their respawns are 22 minutes, although I don't recommend going there at 22 minutes. I think if you wait till like 27 minutes or a half hour, you're better off. They don't always like to come back right away, but 22 minutes is the fastest I've caught them. On respawns. And so for these setups, the biggest one, this is the one we've had the most luck with out of everything. And the last practice, I just tested everything. This is by far seems the most consistent. It's an 8-foot crankbait or a 2.5 meter for our metric friends on the braid. And you guys know if I use hard lures, I slow down the recovery. So we are in fact using the Kraken. This setup, they don't fight too bad. And it seems like a good balance. They fight just a slight bit more than I'd like, but it's not bad at all. Then, if you don't have the X Series crankbait, there's other crankbaits around that size that work. So you just kind of have to go with what you have. And if another option for you guys, if you do want to use it, is a X Series 4-inch shad or 10-inch shad, and you could probably use another shed as well on a 6.0. And I changed this setup a little bit to get the balance on the Texas rig. So instead of the 46-pound braid, I'm using the 44 or 20 kilogram floral because it matches really good with the rig. And then I just brought down my Griffin Spod to the 8,000 so that I can max drag it. And they don't fight really bad on this level at all. This is a pretty good one. I don't find the shed nearly as consistent as the crankbait, and also the X Series or the Liberty spoon you could use as well, or the X Series medium spoon. I've definitely had more luck with the 6.0s than the 4.0s because there's a little bit less bass. So spot one, right here. We see where we are on the map. For all of you guys that know striped bass from when the game first came out, because this was one of the best money makers back in the day, or one of the funnest money makers back in the day, you guys know that this channel is pretty good. It's always been pretty good. And now in the boat series, with the boat, you can actually go ahead and fish it. So you can see one unique, 2 trophies in each spot, 22-minute respawn on these guys. But like I said, you probably don't want to go back. Now, this is the middle of the channel, and these are the marks. So if you want to put them in, you can pause them and put them in. You can also cast to the left, as you can see here. I did get my one unique right over here. And then for spot 2, spot 2 is down here. You can see there it is 69, 135, or 143.5. And then you can see, again, there's a crankbait mark of 115, 156.7 right there. And if you want, you could actually use a 5 meter or 16-foot 6.0X series crank here too. Like I said, though, the 8.0 has been, the crankbait has been the most consistent thing ever. And this is going to be down at the very end. I'll go take you down there quick. And right here is the place where we're talking about at the bottom of the map. Interesting thing about this is if you go ahead, this is kind of an old spot that I didn't go get much, use much. There is trophy Chinooks down here and trophy steelheads. And you're not going to want the trophy steelheads, but the trophy Chinook, this is a backup spot for your trophy Chinook, and I just stay here and cast that way. It's not super reliable, but it is here. And then for spot 3, I will take you over there, folks. For spot 3, this is another old stripe spot right here. You just cast right back in there. You've seen us use this in topwater kayak. Also, none of these 3 spots that I've talked about have overlapped, but when you do this here, guys, your crankbait is want to hit the bottom. So I'll do this right with you guys. And what you're going to want to do is when you cast it in there, just do stop and go. You want it to come off the bottom a little bit, and as soon as it does, there you go, just like this. And you can see there I caught something. Well, you can see what I'm telling you works. And then for spot, that's awesome. Spot 4, what you're going to want to do is, I kind of already missed it, but since we're right here, we're going to go right here, and what you're going to use is that your X Series single spoon, not here, but for trophy Chinook. That's if you don't have a if you've run out of uniques, if there's a unique striper that you can get, go get that. But if you've run out of uniques, you can go ahead and come here for a trophy Chinook with a X Series single spoon. Single spoons work pretty good for these guys. So you can see we're right on the edge of the island. And if you want, you can use the stand marker for here. And this is the casting mark. And you kind of just want to kind of run it low or in the middle of the water. And then the other spots I'm not going to go to because I feel like they overlap. But here is another Chinook spot right here. And you can see on it I even have overlapped question marks because I'm not sure. I have not caught it when I've caught the other 3. You can catch all 3 of them other ones, and we haven't had an issue with that. This one, if we caught anywhere at spot 1, we couldn't get this one. So, mainly focus on your unique striped bass. If you can get a unique striped bass, stay with them. Also, before I forget, keep in mind the Chinooks are a half an hour respawn. And if you are having a bad run and you want to get some weight, you can get a uni steelhead from over here. Now, what I would recommend using it for there is the X Series Liberty Spoon on the spod reel with braid, the normal setup you guys see me use. So this setup with a spod 9000 with the Liberty Spoon in this spot right over here, it is come out real quick. It's not that big of an issue. The problem is they aren't going to help a whole lot because trophy stripers actually get to the same size, and you're going to have a lot of them probably in here. That is a mark right there, but just keep in mind Liberty Spoon, and you will not have too much issue with that. Anyway, hopefully this helps you out. There's a lot of information to probably take in. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks.